Your website is many things. It's your home base on the World Wide Web. It's your storefront, your catalog, your best salesperson. But if it doesn't make people want to browse the shelves and convert them into customers, then it can feel like a waste of space. Fret not. There are strategic improvements you can make that will increase your website conversions. And no, AI can't make you the perfect website. And no, website templates don't include strategy. Here's the thing. Websites that are well designed and planned can have up to 200% more conversions than a poorly strategized website. Meaning, if you're gonna DIY your website, you've gotta go at it with some strategy. If not, well, then you'll have worked late into the night on a website with no guidance. You'll spend tons of effort marketing your business. People will finally see your website. What happens next? Not much. But what about AI, right? I hear this all the time. While AI can be super helpful for some things, it can't build you a well thought out website. It can build you something that you can start with, maybe, but it won't make you stand out from the crowd. In this video, you'll learn all the key factors that go into a website that converts leads into paying clients and customers. You'll understand how to increase website conversions by improving these key parts of your website. No guessing required. In case you don't know me, I'm Nikki, your website buddy. I work with small business owners, creatives, and organizations to build strategic websites that work for you, so you don't have to keep working harder. I not only do one-on-one builds, edits, and consulting, but I also lead workshops, give talks, and I'm also the proud creator of Vision to Launch, a course for folks who want to take the reins on their website and build one that sells, even when they're away. I'm in your corner with expert support, real empathy, and a commitment to helping you show up with confidence and clarity online. So if that's what you're looking for, I invite you to follow along. And if you want a quick and easy checklist for everything we're going to go through, click above and I'll give you a link to my free website launch and optimization checklist. Make sure you go through all of that before you launch or as you are optimizing your website. And it's going to help you a lot. All right, so let's get into it. Number one, your hero section really is the hero of your page. If there's anything I want you to focus on, it's this section here. The hero section of any web page is the very top part of that page. No matter what device people are on, everyone is going to see this section of your website. This is prime real estate here. You have to make it count. This is where you make your first impression. And it only takes 0.05 seconds for someone to make a first impression of your website, so you have to make it good. You have to make it so that they are going to want to keep scrolling and keep learning about you, what you do, and how you can help them. This section has to kick serious behind. If it doesn't, well, your visitor might not keep scrolling and they might even click that X and close the browser. I got a little story for you. At my first networking event, I nervously walked through the doors. I walked up to someone. I introduced myself. Hi, my name is Nikki. What do you do? What's your name? I didn't want to just start talking about me, so I asked her what she does. She spent 5 minutes talking nonstop about her business and what she does. Didn't ask me a single question about myself. Any pauses were suddenly filled with more things that she does. And I got to a point where I cut off the conversation and I left. She was definitely memorable, but not for the right reasons, and I don't plan on working with her or even reaching out to her to collaborate in the future. Now, I don't want your website to be memorable for the wrong reasons like this person was. I don't want people to be looking for an excuse to leave your website and not come back. So that first impression is one of the biggest spots where you can pull people in and get them in your funnel and hopefully get them to become clients or customers. Let me give you an example of how important this section is. So in March of 2024, less than 1 year after I had started my very first business, this one, I went to review my website analytics. This is all the data about how people are using my website, how they're navigating, what they're doing, etc. I like to use Microsoft Clarity and Hotjar to do these. I'm not paid by these, but there are some links that I will link you to or in the notes if you want to try those out. From there, I did what I do for all my clients. I reviewed how website visitors were interacting with my website and I made changes accordingly. What I noticed was this: only 50% of my website visitors were scrolling at all on my website. 50% were just closing out and leaving. This means that my hero section was not impressing them and not getting them to want to keep scrolling and learn more about what I do. So what did I do? I changed up the website copy on that hero section and I added another section below it with a little more info that was a bit enticing. That's all I did. I didn't even advertise that I had changed anything on my website. I just made it live and let it be. Within a week, I noticed that 75% of my visitors were now scrolling at least a third of the way down the page. Just 2 months after that, I booked out my entire summer for the first time, and I went from making just $2,000 in my first year of business to over $20,000 in just that summer and fall alone. And all I did was change the copy in that hero section of my website to get people to scroll and see a little bit more about what I do. I gave them a better first impression, right? Number 2, your messaging needs to be crystal clear and tailored to your audience. If your website messaging doesn't speak directly to your dream clients, then they may not even know that your offer is for them. Unclear messaging or even really vague messaging that is meant to attract everyone attracts no one. It is vital to understand who your target audience is, what their pain points are, what they really, really want, and how you can get them there. I know a lot of people like to do client avatar exercises. I like to do something a little different, and I think it's better. I actually go out to people who would be my ideal clients, and I ask them directly what they want and what would help them. What have they struggled with? What have they tried? What do they wish they had? Now, I'm not trying to get these clients to get on a call with me as a potential customer. I just want to survey them and pick their brains a little. Once you know this, you'll have the information to build a website that speaks directly to your ideal clients, your target audience, those dreamiest of dreamy clients, which means more conversions for you. All right, I've got another story for you. In 2024, I was approached by a small business who was really struggling to get conversions from their website. This was an e-commerce store. They had a really outdated design. They had way too much text on their website, and their images weren't aesthetically pleasing. Now, the clients they did have absolutely loved their products. The packaging was beautiful. Their subscription boxes were wonderfully curated, and the whole experience was spectacular. But their website did nothing to prepare their customers for this high-quality experience. It was a big surprise for a lot of first-time buyers. Because of this disconnect, the client really struggled to bring in new customers. Anyone they were able to grab stayed for the long haul, but getting them to put down their credit card for the first time was a real challenge. My team and I reviewed their products and realized that there was a whole market that they hadn't even tapped into yet. They didn't even realize that this would be a perfect target market for them. They were the perfect customer for this product, yet the client, it wasn't even on their radar. So we got to work. We created new messaging, we redesigned their website, and we gave them guidelines on their updated imagery. In October of that year, they launched a brand new website with an advent calendar for the holidays, and they sold out that advent calendar by mid-November. Since launch, they've been consistently making $20,000 more in sales per month than they were with their previous website. All right, number 3, do your people know where to go? Really? You gotta make it obvious. Here's a quote I like that I thought fit perfectly here. The ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so the necessary may speak, by Hans Hoffman. Even once you've figured out your website messaging, your website visitors may not be converting if they don't know where to go or what to do on your website. This one is crucial. If your potential lead can't figure out how to interact with you or how to work with you, they're just gonna get frustrated. Do you think that frustration is gonna make them stick around? My guess is no. They're gonna try someone else. Each page of your website should have a well thought out call to action. It's your job to set up your website so that you guide your website visitors to make that decision and click on that button. If you give them too many options, they'll likely have analysis paralysis and they won't know which option is right for them or what to do. And number 4. Technical issues. Broken links, broken images, slow load times, and more. Like I said before, it takes 0.05 seconds, a fraction of a second, for people to get a first impression from your website. If those seconds are spent waiting for your page to load, that doesn't fare well for you. If you have links that are broken, if you have images that are broken, if you've got buttons that are cut off by pictures, if things are super messed up on mobile, people are not going to take your business seriously and they're not going to become a potential lead. A survey concluded that 42% of people said they would leave a website if it had poor functionality. You'll hear me say it over and over again. What's worse than not having a website? Having a website that reflects you poorly or unprofessionally. Because once someone has a bad impression of your business, they are moving on. So the best thing that you can do here is to thoroughly go through your website. Click on every link, check to make sure that it's working. Go through and look at every image, make sure that it is working, make sure that it's not cut off, make sure that the text isn't cut off, make sure your buttons aren't blocked or cut off, and do this in mobile too. You can also ask friends and family to check your website on their devices, because if you have an Android phone and your friend has an iPhone, they might be able to see something that you don't see on yours. Another thing you can do is perform a lighthouse check to check the speed of your website and see where you can optimize and make things faster. I'll link that below. This is exactly what I do for clients who book me for a website audit. I start with these exact technical checks, and then I dive deeper into the user journey and anywhere I got lost or stuck. Those areas are likely areas that can be improved to increase website conversions. All right, like I said before, I have a checklist for you, so you can use that checklist to make sure that you have improved all the things that are going to increase your optimization and make your website launch even better. So go ahead and click to grab that. So now you know how to increase website conversions by improving a few key components. You know how important your hero section is to hook people and get them scrolling. You know that your messaging needs to be crystal clear and not too general. You know that your website needs to have a clear path for users to go down. They need to know exactly what they should be purchasing and signing up for and how to do it. And you have a list of technical things to go and check for and fix if you need to on your website. I'd love to dive deeper into these topics like I do when I audit clients' websites and when I work with my students in Vision to Launch. But hopefully this gives you enough to get started. And if you want to know how to keep track of things and monitor things to know how to make edits, go ahead and check out this other video. Go make those edits, push eyeballs to your website, and watch those improved metrics come in. If you like this video, please let me know by liking it, subscribing, comment helpful so that I know that it was helpful for you. And if you want more, here's another video where you can see how to review your analytics and how to improve your website as you get more data. All right, see you next time. Bye.